Pacquiao does an interview and he says he's open to fight Mikey Garcia or The Truth, Mr. Man Down, Free Smoke Jr., Errol Spence Jr. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working, and you guys have been going crazy with the Super Chats. Appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Also, to help the channel grow, you can click on the ESPN Plus link. I'm Disney Ego. It does help the channel. You can get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, all three, bundle it, $12.99 a month, or you can get ESPN as a standalone app. Let's get it. Now, let's talk about it. Manny Pacquiao did an interview, and he says that Mikey Garcia can't get it. He's open to that fight and negotiations for that fight. Eddie Hearn has said he wants to stage it in Saudi Arabia, and there's money there. Mikey Garcia beat Jessie Vargas. I think the fight was a lot more in the trenches than the DAZN commentary stated, but that's an option. And he also mentioned Errol Spence. Now, I want to give just some brief thoughts because there's not really legs. The other thing is Eddie Hearn has rumored that Manny Pacquiao doesn't owe PBC another fight, and I've seen Leonard Ellaby kind of laugh at that. So I don't know what's the deal with that. You know, I feel like for me, it's no reason to report on something I'm in the dark about. I don't know. To my knowledge, he had one more fight with PBC, and he had a working relationship with Al Heyman, and that was the next order of business. So until otherwise proven, I'm gonna let Pacquiao. Yes, it's up to my promoter. You know, I'm gonna let him speak on what that is, because I know he signed with the UFC dude, Audi, and whatnot, but I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what his contract reads, so I'm not even going to get in there. But Eddie Hearn's, he's claiming he's had positive talks, but he always does this. He says he talked about Fury and Joshua to Bob Arum and Frank Warren, which they later came out and refuted and said, why would I talk to him about that when my other guy, Kubrat Pulev, is going to knock him out June 20th? So I'm not really speaking too much on Pacquiao's contractual obligations. If he owes PBC another fight, or if he wants to work with PBC for another fight, it'll be shown when he announces. So I'm not really worried about that. Mikey Garcia, that's a good fight, and Errol Spence is a good fight. Which do I prefer? I think the bigger fight is Errol Spence, of course. I think it's a bigger fight, but I think Errol Spence, Pacquiao, if he's gonna fight Errol Spence, I think he might be kind of trying to take advantage of the car accident situation, because I was at the Errol Spence fight in Texas when Errol Spence stomped Mikey Garcia and beat him every single round, and you've seen Pacquiao get in the ring and it looked like they're trying to hype and build, and I never really heard Pacquiao after that point say, oh man, being next to Errol Spence face to face, I cannot wait to fight with Errol, my fight with Spence. You know, I never really heard him even mention him. But then after the car accident, I started seeing interviews about Errol Spence, and Pacquiao feels he can beat him, and he's a good fighter, but he'll fight him. So I don't know. But I will say this, Pacquiao's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer, and I wanted to see him fight a young, hungry lion, and he did that with the undefeated Keith Thurman, who has a good resume, beat Sean Porter and beat Diego Chavez when he was undefeated, beat Danny Garcia, right? And knocked out Jesus Soto Caras, and you know, he's had a good career, minus the dry spells and inactivity and maybe a change of focus. So I'm happy with Pacquiao. Like, even when he came to Al Heyman, he fought some younger dudes. When he was with Top Rank, this is what I wanted to see from him. You know, I wanted to see him fight Terrence Crawford. I talked about this for years, and they never made the fight. But once he got away from Top Rank and Michael Conks, you've seen him. He started fighting some younger dogs like Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman. So really, that to me, I'm a fair critic. I'm a fair, I give constructive criticism. I'm objective. I wanted to see Manny Pacquiao fight against, he already has a legendary resume, but if he was still going to be a champion and still have belts and still fight, I want to still see him, fight like fights we want to see, because the whole time he was with Top Rank, I feel like the Brandon Rios coming off a loss, and he was coming off a loss. Chris Algieri fights, those Jessie Vargas even, these weren't fights that I was really checking for. Bradley 3, these weren't the big fights. Keith Thurman, Broner, those are bigger fights to me, and they showed me a little bit more, you know, both event-wise and test-wise. Keith Thurman tested Pacquiao and hurt Pacquiao in the later portion of that fight. Obviously, Pacquiao and hurt Keith Thurman as well. So I'm gonna get off Pacquiao's back. He could fight Mikey or Errol Spence. Those are both big fights, and Pacquiao has done enough career-wise and in his last 2 fights where I'm not gonna sweat and you know, say, oh, he has to fight Errol or has to be Danny Garcia or has to fight Mikey Garcia. In fact, all of those 3 people I just named would be great fights for Pacquiao. You know, if he wants to fight Conor McGregor, if he wants to fight Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? I think Pacquiao, off of his last 2 performances, he's open. He can do a big event. You know, I'm not tripping. That's just my personal opinion. He's a super WBA champion, and he took Keith Thurman's O and took his belt, and he did it in decisive fashion. So I'm good with all those options that I'm hearing. You know, I just don't want to see him regress and, you know, fight Boogaloo Jenkins or something like that. But all the names that we would think that he might fight that I just mentioned, I'm good with all those. Let me know what you guys think. I can't wait to hear Manny Pacquiao, who he announces next, and see what's up with his deal, because I don't know if he does have the one PBC fight like many people speculate, or is Eddie Hearn going to get him on the zone. I can't wait to see what's next for Pacquiao, but definitely a legend. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I am doing, smash the like button. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the support. And, you know, we're just going to keep pumping out this dope boxing. Smash the like button, we working.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.